Hi, welcome again, and thanks for linking in. And thanks again for the feedback you give me. I really do appreciate that. I'll say a little bit more about how you can do that at the end. And I trust you're doing well in this still crazy time that we face around the world. Hey, the thought I want to share with you today could be based around the title, if you like, of Decision or Discernment, Use the Time Wisely. The reason I say this is because I think there's a myth around leadership that says, the best leaders are those who make quick, fast, on their feet, decisive decisions on the spur of the moment, right there when they're asked. And I want to suggest to you that may not be the best way to make a decision. Sometimes you have to make decisions quickly, but generally there is a time where you get to what I would call discern. So plan, think, reflect, muse on what that decision means and what it could be. So, for example, if someone comes to me on a Monday and says, Tim, what's your decision? What are we going to do? Where are we going to go? My question back is, when do you need to know by? Not when do you want to know by, but when do you need to know by? And even though you might want to know straight away, you might not need to know till Friday. And I say to you, you will know my decision by Friday. Because in the time between now and then, it gives me time to do a few things. I'm able to gather more data, and data is your friend when you're making decisions. It allows me to collaborate more, to talk more to people who are going through the same thing with us, who are going to be people who are impacted by the decision, to collaborate more, to maybe talk with people who've been through a similar decision and can give you a different perspective. But even more importantly than that, if we are leaders who are growing and who are developing regularly, then that time, in the end of that time, by the end of the week, I should be a better version of myself than I am today. Whether that's 3 days ahead or 2 weeks ahead or a month ahead, if I'm growing, I should be a better version, and therefore you get a better version of a decision. And the organisation or the church or the business benefits more by a better decision. It's not procrastinating. What would be procrastinating if I said to you, I'll tell you by Friday, and I didn't tell you till the following Tuesday or Wednesday? That's procrastinating, but it's not. And the other thing that is important for this is to manage the balance between expectations and need. So you may not need to make the decision till then, but the expectations on you may be to make it quickly, to make it now. And you have to balance that and manage that, because that's a strong expectation. It may be expectation of others. It may be expectations on yourself. Your personality, your temperament might be someone who likes to square away decisions quickly, make them fast so that they're out of the way. And you will have to, if you like, temper your temperament sometimes, because the need is not yet, and you have time to discern between now and then. Why I think it's important really now is we are in the time, COVID-19, of the most unprecedented, unplanned disruption that most of us will ever face or have ever faced to this point in time. And there are lots of decisions that we think need to be made for the future. The temptation to run and make those quickly. And there are some you have to make. If you're planning people to come back to work, or you're planning people to come to a live event, a church service or something again, you have to make those seating decisions and logistical decisions pretty quickly. But I'm talking about decisions that are long-term, that are big picture, that are out there for the future of the organisation or the church or the ministry or the business. If you don't need to make those now, I would say allow this time to be one of discernment, because things are changing so quickly. We don't really know what it's going to look like for a business, what the landscape's going to look like for the church or a business or an organisation in 3 months, 6 months, what opportunities are going to be there, what we're not able to do that we've been able to do. So to make decisions now for the long-term future, for the big picture future of an organisation, it may be better to this be COVID discernment rather than COVID decision right now, and be able to work out when that need when that decision needs to be made rather than when I want to make it. It could be better. Decision or discernment, use the time wisely. I hope this has been helpful to you. I trust that it has. As I said before, if you want to get in touch and feedback, do so. And you can do it on Facebook, you can do it on LinkedIn, you can do it on my website, and now you can do it on Instagram. Yes, that's true. Amazingly, the dinosaur is on Instagram. You can use that platform as well. So thanks again for tuning in. Stay well, take care, and live with hope.